but the 30-minute extended is the most powerful force for this strategy. And that at market open is going down. So we're waiting for an opportunity to go to the downside here. So we open up and we eventually hit a top around here. The MACD starts to change direction, which is the basis of our strategy. And now we just need the 5-minute twins, these two 5-minute regular hours and 5-minute extended hours. We're waiting for the 5-minute twins to align to the downside now, because we want everything to be aligned with the 30-minute extended. And that does happen around right here. A little bit more in the future, we get an alignment around here. See that? The 5-minute MACD is now crossed over to the downside. This is tapering off. The 5-minute extended is not as important as the 5-minute regular. It's the opposite with the 30. The 30-minute extended is way more important than the 30-minute regular. But we use both for context. Just gives more clues. So now that we've got these aligned, we can start looking for opportunities to the downside, which means we need to be on the right side of the 2-minute MACD, and then we need a power volume bar, which is a volume bar that is greater than the previous 3 bars that's aligned with the trade. So we're waiting for that opportunity now. We're still on the wrong side of the momentum. Look, the momentum is going up, so we're still on the wrong side technically. Right here we start to approach the correct side. We start tapering off. Now we're just looking for a power volume bar, which occurs right here. 1 volume bar, which is greater than the previous 3 volume bars. So this is our entry to the downside right here. And we took it. And we only need a 1-to-1 ratio. This is the entry point right here. So this is we would call that the risk. Right around here is the risk, and you would target a 1-to-1. So that's a win right there. We also had a lot of room for running for a lot of extra money. So that's good. So that was trade number 1 for today. So that's taken care of. Now that's gone. Now we're recharging. The price action is coming back to the upside. We're still wanting to play to the downside because the 30-minute extended tells us which way we need to be focusing on. So we come up here. Now we're on the right side of the V, the right side of the 2-minute MACD histogram. So now we're waiting for a power volume bar to align. And look down here. Do you see one? I see one. It's right here. That's the power volume bar. Right there. 1 volume bar which is greater than the previous 3. So we go to that. Normally we would target a 1-to-1 ratio, but look how small this candle is. So it's hard, right? What's that? What's your 1-to-1 ratio going to be? A few centimeters, you know? No, we use the previous bar. If this bar is ambiguous and small, then we use the previous bar to gauge. So here's our entry point right here. We're entering right here at this level. Right when this bar closes, when this power volume bar concludes, that's when we enter the trade. So we're entering at this level here. So our stop is around here. 1-to-1 ratio would put us here, and we get the win. And it gives us a little bit extra to capture as well. So that's good. It's trade number 2 for the day. On the right side of the 2-minute MACD histogram, aligned with the higher time frames, and we get a power volume bar. That's the strategy to make money. We're still here. We cut the right side of the V here, so now we're fighting against. That's not what we want. We're not taking a trade until this goes with the direction of the trade, which is to the downside. Also, one thing to note here, this power volume bar here that we just talked about, that would have ended up as a win, which was right here. All right, and right here at this power volume bar that I just talked about, we actually didn't have the support of the 5-minute chart yet. See how this 5-minute is going up? That's not what we want. We want the alignment in the histogram bars to be going with us, and then we also would like the slope lines to be going with us as well. So yes, you can take this trade. Yes, it would have resulted in a win, but no, it's improper. We actually do not take this trade because we want the 5 minutes to align. So we wait for a little bit longer, and then what happens? Look, the 5 minutes start to align up here. So we wait until they align, which is right now. They've aligned. There's a crossover. Now we're looking for a power volume bar to enter the trade. We're on the right side of the 2-minute MACD. Now we're just looking for that power volume bar, and look what happens right here. 1 volume bar, which is greater than the previous 3. We're on the right side of the V. We enter right here. We target a 1-to-1 ratio. Here's our entry level. Our stop is above this candle that we used to enter. We have a 1-to-1 ratio. Look where we enter. We get right here. We get the win with a lot of room to run as well. So that's another win right there, trade for the day. Then we move along. Now we're on the wrong side of the 2-minute MACD. So we're not trading. Now we're coming off a little bit and we get a power volume bar right here. Right here we get it. Now, does this look like it wins to you? No. This does not win. This is not a winner. Look what's going against the trade. The 5-minute histogram bars are not going with the trade. They're going against the trade. So yes, it's a power volume bar. Yeah, we're on the right side of the momentum right here. We're aligned with these higher time frames. Here's the 15-minute time frame as well. We're aligned with these time frames, but we don't have the support of the 5-minute histogram. So we don't take the trade. We can take the trade. We can take a little bit of profit instead of the full 1-to-1. Maybe we can scalp for smaller profits. But otherwise, you just skip the trade because you want to wait for everything to be aligned. Like what happens right here. Look, see how the momentum starts to change right here on the 5-minute chart? Right, not yet. Now it's starting to change. We had this candle and this next candle. This candle right here, it shows you the candle right before it in the 5-minute. Hey, we've stopped. Now we've got a little bit of support for the trade. This very candle, right after the 5 minutes starts to support the trade, this candle happens to be a power volume bar. What do you know? We're on the right side of the 2. We have a power volume bar. The 5-minute is now starting to support the trade a little bit. We enter the trade with a 1-to-1. Entry is here. Stop loss is here. Take profit is a 1-to-1. So we go this same distance down here, and this is where it hit. Another win for the day. Look at how much more this printed for us. Look at how much more profit this gave to us. So the rest of the day, we had no more setups because the 5-minute histogram didn't stack up for us and align to the downside. This is all upside for the rest of the day, which is not aligned with the higher time frame. So we don't take any more trades. This is just the rest of the day. This is a recap of November 17th. I hope you are doing good, and I will see you in the next one.